Hey, fourth graders. So here's our little math video for today, Wednesday. We're going to review one type of area model. I'm going to tell you the specific name, and then I'm going to introduce you to another type of area model. It's almost the same, but it just has a different name. It might feel smoother for some of you. Anyway, let's take a look. I'm going to get right to sharing. Here we go. All right. So I have my spiral notebook here. Feel free to add this or practice or just follow along with me. This is sort of a review / introduction for our live math period together a little bit later this morning, just a little bit. All right. So area models. Today is the 14th of October. And the first kind of area model that we've been practicing is called place value sections. That's like the formal name. So let's just call it that. Again, if you'd like to put this into your notebook, please feel free. I'm going to highlight the word sections because I think that will give you the big enough hint that you are breaking your numbers, your tens, up into sections. So for example, let's do one. Say, for example, we have 3 times 85, okay? That is our equation that we're trying to solve. If we use the area model called place value sections, that's just exactly what we've been doing. Let's do it. We're going to draw our area model. And we're going to break it up. So our first part, our ones, is 3. This is the part that we break up into sections, right? Our tens and our ones. So 8 tens stands for 80, plus our leftover ones will be 5. Okay? Now we can do each section. Do you see the relationship? Sections, sections. There are 2. Okay? 3 times 80, I know 3 times 8 is 24, and I'll add the 0, making it 240. The second section, 3 times 5, that should be quick and simple. That's 15, okay? Now I get to put my 2 products together. 1, 2, I'm gonna do it right over here. I'll start with the largest number, lining up the second product, making sure that it's the ones and the tens. Let's add. All right, so my answer is 255. That's the answer to this equation. That is solving it using an area model called place value sections, okay? So now we're going to do a second way. We're getting pretty good at this way, the place value sections. The second way is almost exactly the same. I hope that you will feel that too. And it is called expanded notation method. Please don't be scared away by the name. Once you see me make it, you're going to notice, hey, that's just like the area model. It's just bringing the numbers down in a little bit of a different way, okay? Expanded notation. Remember we talked about the expanded form? That's where you just stretch it out, right? Well, that's exactly what we're doing here. We're stretching it out. We're going to stretch it out. Let's make our equation and practice, okay? Here's an example. How about if we do 5 times 73, okay? There's our equation that we're trying to solve for. When I use expanded notation method, it's going to look exactly the same. I'm still going to draw my area model. So I will draw my rectangle. And I'm still going to put it into sections. So my 5 is going to go down here. Then I'm going to look at my number in the tens and I'm going to break this up. 7 tens is 70. Plus the leftover ones is 3. Okay? I'm going to use this space over here to show this expanded notation method. The first thing that I'm thinking about is 70 plus 3, okay? So that makes 73. So I'm just breaking this down is basically what I'm doing. That expanded just means let's stretch it out, okay? So 73 equals 70 plus 3. That's what I'm showing right here, okay? My other number is 4. And that just equals 4, okay? This is kind of starting to set it up. I hope that you can see the way that this multiplication looks. This is that big way, the way I promised that I would start showing you, but still not yet. We're still going to be breaking this up, okay? All right, the next part. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to multiply our tens. So we're going to take our 70. This is going to be interesting. And we're going to swing it down. And we're going to make our first section. So I'm taking 70 times 4. It's really, oh, why did I put a 4? I greatly apologize. This should be a 5. 5. My fault. Let's make sure that that's a 5. It's really the same thing as saying 5 times 70, right? So now we're just breaking it up. We're taking the tens and we're multiplying by the ones. Okay, so now we're just putting it over here now instead of inside. So we're starting to see how a multiplication problem, the equation breaks down. This is the expanded part. We're really showing it over here, okay? I know 7 and 5 is 35, and I'll add my 0, making it 350. Same thing. Now I'm going to do my ones. So I'm going to draw another little loop-the-loop, and I'm going to make another multiplication. This time taking the 3 times the 5. And I know that that is 15. Okay? I can draw another line. So I hope that you're seeing how it's starting. We're breaking up the double digit, the number, the tens. Again, I'm not sure. We're going to just have to do another one. This should have been a 5. You're probably thinking, Mrs. Hu, what in the world is going on? You put a 5 and then you wrote a 4. Okay, this is the correct information. Multiplying our tens by the ones and then our ones, just as we would have done in each section. And again, now we can add this up. 5, 6, 3. And that is our answer, 365. Okay. We definitely need to practice this one more time. Clearly, I'm getting used to it. Let's do another one. I'm going to turn my page. Practice this one with me. Expanded notation. Here we go. Here's an example. I'll leave a little bit more space too. Let's do 6 times 56. Okay, there it is. There's our equation we're trying to find an answer to. I'm going to draw my area model. And I'm going to label it just as I always would, okay? Got my 6. I'm looking at my tens. I'm going to split this up. So 5 tens is 50 plus what's left over, the ones, is 6. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to put a 6 on this side too, because sometimes it's easier for me to draw when I'm expanding it out over here, okay? All right, so this time I'm going to start, because remember, I'm recreating. Now I'm going to be forming this number like a multiplication equation going up and down. So I'm going to start with the biggest number in my equation, which is 56. And 56 is just 50 plus 6, right? I'll draw some lines under here. The second number in my equation is 6. So again, I'm going to line this up. 6 equals 6. I'm putting it in the ones place because that's where it is. I'm going to put a little multiplication symbol and I'm going to draw a line. So again, I'm hoping that you're starting to see this is the buildup for that larger multiplication equation written up and down this way, okay? This is us expanding and stretching each section out. Okay, just like we would in each section, now we're going to start and we're going to break it up. We're going to expand it. Let's take our tens times our 1. So we have 50 times 6. I know 5 times 6 is 30. Add the 0 for 300. And now let's do the ones. Again, we're just stretching it out. This is expanded. So I'm going to take this one and it's going to go there. Again, I'm just stretching out this part of the equation. So I have a 6 times a 6, and I know that equals 36. Okay, I'm going to draw another line. So now I'm seeing I can add these two products together. 6, 3, and 3. So the answer to my equation is 336. So we had a couple different styles. That's what the multiplication will look like. We expanded it out. We added it up. And we found the product. Okay? So again, this is just called the expanded notation method. We're going to be practicing this a lot more together in class. It just looks a little bit different. It's starting to put the numbers, lining them up rather than inside the model. The area model in sections is a perfectly wonderful way to solve your 2-by-1 multiplication also. So please don't go away with those. You don't have to stop using those, okay? All right, we're just showing you different methods because we want to make sure that some people prefer one way, some students prefer another way. So this is your chance, okay? Today, let's shrink this a little bit. Here's your homework page. You're going to get to practice this. So the first one asks you to use the place value section method, okay? It nicely shows you that they want that because they've given you the sections to write in. So just like we would, this is 9 times 80. You'll find the product. 9 times 6, you'll write and find the product. Add them together and you'll find your total answer for 9 times 86, okay? Then you're gonna have one where they're asking you to try expanded notation method. So they just want you to try this way. Here's where you break it up. Here's your main equation, 4 times 67. You're gonna start with the larger number, 67, you're gonna break it up. How many tens plus how many ones? Shows you right on the top of your area model, okay? 4 is 4. That's easy, it's a 1. The next part, you're going to multiply your 10 times your 1. Second part, the ones, 7 times 4, and then you'll add it up together, okay? Number 3, you'll love. You get to choose your method. Use any method to solve, okay? So you can use the place value section method, or the expanded notation method. You pick. Then on the back side, you're going to do some practice. Okay, this is your remembering side. So this should be review. I'm going to let you look at that. Don't forget, these are our mind benders. We love stretch your thinking. I don't go over this too much because I really want you to work hard and give it a try. We have time in class today during live math to talk about these. Okay, have fun with this, fourth graders. Enjoy, and I will see you soon.